It probably wants to rise up against me as well, so I can't help but feel I've done myself an ill thing, but oh well. Oh well, it's mine now. The border gore potential in this game is off the charts, says Salzelli, and it's harder to piece it back together. Okay, what can I do with my newfound piece of crap land? Well, I can colonize here, here, and here if I only had the... Wait. I can. Nothing's really stopping me. I thought I'd rather have the coastline, but hang on, why can I do that and not this? Life rating is 10. Oh, right, the larger this is, the higher the life rating. So what you're saying is Brazil's going to be the first to be doing this colonization lark. Interesting. Jake, would you rather play Victoria 3 or City Skylines 2? I have no information with which to make that call. But I'm not into City Skylines, so that kind of seals the deal. Okay, we've got cattle, we've got cotton, and we've got fruit. My instinct tells me that the fruit is probably, the cotton is probably the best one to go for, and it has the most population. But maybe there's a problem with it being disjointed from the rest of my land, so let's just go and take this over and see what happens. What the hell happened there? Oh, I wasn't colonizing a province, I was colonizing the state. I think. State, region. Okay. That explains why the disconnected provinces were showing up in green. So what's happening here then? Expedition. If nobody competes with your expedition by... wow, half a year from now, you can skip directly to creating a protectorate. Well, lucky me. I doubt anyone's going to beat me to that. So, it was preordained. Brazil is the fastest one to make the scramble for Africa. Don't know what to do with all my army, though. Probably cost me an arm and a leg keeping mobilized. But, you know, those anacro-liberals... Oh god, you guys need to go back to work. They're ready to destroy my nation at a moment's notice. You should probably demobilize, Jake. Do you mean it's... I should probably... Wait, could I just get rid of these guys, right? I don't know if it's a big loss of equipment to do that. It probably is. So I won't bother with that. But shipping them back seems like, you know, a not happening thing. So maybe what I should do instead is just pay them a little less. Yeah, that makes sense, right? Why wouldn't it make sense? I feel like I should tax the rich a bit more. They're rich, they should be making me the money. For God's sake, build your bleeding railroad. So what's the deal with these closed factories? I assume a factory will automatically close if it keeps not making money, unlike my glorious liquor. Oh wow, not bad. You're currently being built, I guess. No demobilization. Demobilizing will send the farmers home. You should... Oh, that's demobilization. Get out of here. Okay, well, still not sure I should pay these guys, but I guess I could let them reinforce. Why do we import grain? Surely there's loads of grain to be had down here. Come on, the glorious rich farms of the Amazon await. Well, if you got... Whoa, my population exploded. I guess that was taking over all of these people. Ammunition production, ammunition factories, glorious. Now, how do I turn these people into glorious Brazilians? Maybe there's some kind of national focus I can do here. Immigration, aristocrats, party loyalty, soldiers. Oh, right, so this land is different from this land in certain ways. I remember being told that. Something like I can't build factories on it because it's a colonial state. But surely I can put all these people to work somehow. There's a lot of them, right? 111,000, 228,000. Man, I made bank on people here. Wait, there's a mafia here? But damn, that's more coal than we make back home times many. So, what do I do with these? If I can't build a factory, what do I do with these people? Well, it's just one state. I could take my least populous population of La Paz. Oh, are any of these 4%? You're 4% clergy, huzzah. So I'm going to take you off. Remove the focus. How are you doing? 4%. And another 4%. Damn, keeping an eye on these must be a royal pain. We'll let La Paz work on it. Nice to see that population going up too. I guess I could work on you, get more clergy going. Alright, so let's consider turning these guys into cannon fodder. But if I do that, won't I be able to recruit them specifically here? And then if I want them, I'd have to ship them over here, which would be a sizable pain in the backside. That sounds like a real pain. What else could I do? Exploit them for RGOs and soldiers. Colonial pops are only good to tread on. Or you could use them to conquer Africa. Yeah, that probably is easier said than done. Oh, there's the Liberians, of course. Nobody loves the Liberians. Wait, that's me. These are Liberians. Protected by the USA. Well, you have fun with that, Liberia. The outliner shows national foci. Yeah, so it does, right? Ah, yes, there we go. Oh, right, so that means I can keep an eye on those percentages. Excellent. Brilliant, useful information. Neutral good human, thank you. I don't forgive you for team killing in Xenonauts, but that was a good way towards redemption. Anyway, let's turn these people into walking guns. Encourage them to be soldiers. You guys be ready for their inevitable revolt. And we'll all just carry on with our happy little lives. Okay. Fought a war, won a war. Typical pattern for me in charge of Brazil. Now, there's another war I want to fight, and that's against Bolivia. Bolivia has this mistaken idea that the iron mine they hold in Oruro belongs to them and not to me. There's not a lot of population, but I need some domestic production of iron, and it doesn't seem to come out of Africa. Lake Poo-Poo! Jeez. Did not realize that there was a significant Indian population over in Bolivia. Madness. You want to make sure all your core states are 2 to 4% clergymen before you set focus on anything else for research. Come on, we're working on it. We're getting that literacy rate up. Oh, it goes up slowly. Right, mechanical pencils have been figured out. Factory throughput up. I just wish I had a better idea of which of these are worth doing. Clean coal sounded good, so I'm going to get myself some clean coal. Oh. These numbers bounce around quite a lot. Biased multiculturalism, colonial migration increase? Sounds good. For your information, if you research the 1850 tech nationalism and imperialism, which I believe you'll find I have, you can justify 1 CB annexation for uncivs of up to 4 states. Sokoto used to be 5, you brought it down to 4. Ethiopia, Korea, Dynam are also good. Is that so? Well, I'm trying to get my infamy down so that UK will consider an alliance with me. Currently, we're... Wait, what? Something changed here. Maybe it was their political consideration. I was close before, but now I'm certainly not. What a shame. Wouldn't mind someone useful, though. How do you feel about me, France? Oh boy, you hate my guts. That's the negative relations, of course. I mean, I've got my 9 points back. What is going on to the USA? They seem to be having a stroke. CSA's popped out, but the poor buggers don't stand a chance. Do they ever win? I've never seen it unfold, but it's probably not going to look so good for the USA here. Not without my help, that is. They'll never win in vanilla. Ah, that's a real shame. Maybe I could get my friendship with Argentina back. Not likely. Is there anybody worth having as a friend who would also probably take me as a friend? I'm really missing a certain macro builder from a certain other game. Scandinavia formed. Disgusting. It would have to be somebody that actually has naval presence to help me out, so I guess we're not going to be looking at that then. The border gore of taking Ethiopia would be a really over the top. With all their precious metals. Really, where are all the precious metals? They were just all dug out in the early modern age. Expedition has now catalogued an additional 20 species of plant life unknown to science. During the past months, 2 additional men have been claimed by the foul odors of malaria and dysentery, but despite absent friends, morale among the men continues to be high. Best wishes and love signed. Botanical expedition reported back. They're making progress. They could use some additional support. All pops gain consciousness, but that surely means they'll want reform. And I want reform. I also want to be secondary power number 11. I want to go back to that sheet that I was sent not too long ago. And it said... By the 1900s, at this point you should be top 12 unless something's gone horribly wrong. Well, here we are in 1858 and I'm already top 11. Ah. I guess I'm a natural at this game. And there were also some good plants if you got 2 spots. Being GP is really easy if you go for prestige techs. Yeah, it seems like prestige has a heavy weighting on this, because my industry and military both are a little lacking. For God's sake, what does it take to build a bleeding railroad? They wanted 13 quid. At least they're working on their... Oh, no, they have 5 quid out of 2,700 quid for their luxury clothes factory. But they have almost everything else. I'm really wondering if I should get that done in Rio de Janeiro. Luxury clothes. What does it take? Hold on, Jake. You know this. It's in production. It's a consumer good. It takes regular clothes and silk, neither of which we have access to locally. So why? Oh, well, no, that's not true. Artisans do produce clothes. Silk is a different story. Silk is surely a raw material. Probably a rare and expensive. Holy crivens, 13 quid. 100 quid for luxury clothes, though. You know what? I really want to know what passes for luxury clothes in Brazil. Build us your best potato sacks over in Rio de Janeiro, and we'll all be good. Maybe. Time to go beat up the Chinese for some silk, says Pandy. Maybe someday. But, you know, if the mighty Sokoto was able to beat back the invincible Brazilian army, I'm not sure we'd fare that much better against the elusive Chinese. Also, I'm missing a national focus. That word died in my mouth. More clergy in Sao Paulo, clearly. Something just feels really gimmicky about the whole rush for 4% of this than do anything else, but Maybe it's only a problem because of our disastrously low literacy rate in Brazil. Curiously, what's the modern day literacy rate of Brazil? We might be able to bypass that in this game. Invincible Brazilian army. I saw what happened. Yes, we fought, and we survived. Spirinity's mourning the vanilla Vicky 2. Alright, next campaign, we will not play vanilla. We'll find something else to play here. Just so people can stop moaning about vanilla. Alright, could I please get some new... we can get some more army pops. I have way too much infantry around here. I should definitely be adding to it with... But come to think of it, why would I? Why do I need more of an army? Hang on, I bet standing army is what helps with military rank. Maybe. Soldiers and army helps. Much better to check recruit from the military tabs. You never have to check the button. Is that so? So if I want to build an army and I want artillery, I can go... Yeah, let's not build all of them. Let's just build some of them. Hang on. They want what? They want wine? I suppose that's not a problem. Hang on, are you telling me that I don't keep any liquor in my national stockpile? That seems madness. Let's have 4 of you. Let's find ourselves a cavalry. Do we get engineers yet? We do get engineers. There you go. Engineered for destruction. Build those up, get them together, have our death stack, and be happy. Sounds like a good idea. And my clippies are all at 100%. Which seems unlikely. Once you have Brazilian Brazil and Brazil in Africa as it should be, you should pick a pretty fight like slapping the Greeks for defaulting on you. Oh, I really want to slap the Greeks. Slight matter of being protected by the United Kingdom, but I'm sure we can see our way around that. International community has become increasingly aware of the so-called plight of the poor oppressed people in Antioquia. It is claimed that we have no legitimate right to rule the area, and nearby great powers are starting to take an interest in claims. Well, that doesn't sound good at all. Sounds like borderline bad news. Flashpoint tension. I'm not conceding anything. It is ours. But then again, the only great powers around here are America and America. In fact, oh well, British Canada. Oh, no, I can't be so naive as to think it's only people on our continent here. 1 minute he's walking and talking, next he clutches his stomach, dashing in the general direction of the outhouse. That's the only explanation. What? Oh, right. Happy days over in our colony. Is that right? Also, what's going on here? Why do I not have this yet? I thought we'd already gotten to the whole we have a protectorate now. Do not know. Won't claim to know. What does it take to get these reforms? Also, what does it take to get these ongoing factions out of my hair? I don't want any Bolivian liberation. I don't want Colombian liberation. And I actually want these public meetings, but that seems to not be happening. Seize the means of production. No more will foreign dogs grow fat off the sweat of our people. The time has come to seize all assets owned by outsiders. We have assets owned by outsiders? Maybe it was that railway that the Americans, ? Built for me. I should investigate further. Railroad. Tell me more about you. Or don't. It's a free world, I guess. Why have I not built that other railroad? I said I wanted to. Doesn't cost that much money. Let's have a lovely, useless railroad along here. My favorite part of Vicky 2, the Americans snake up through Canada. Oh, is it more common than we'd like to see. God, I don't know what it is with North America just having god-awful borders. Must be something in the water. Jake, it's colony time. Is it, though? We have an outpost. Oh, it's a picture that's growing here. Create protectorate. Sure. Shame it doesn't say Brazilian Africa on the map, but we got something at least. Amazing. Can we go further? That's a no. The life rating around here is terrible. But I could annex the rest of Sokoto for giggles. And I gotta say, I'm liking the idea of those giggles, especially since my army is still there, eyeing them up. I'd need to justify my love, but I will. The problem is I can't because we have a truce, right? Truce with Brazil until... Ah, that's a lengthy truce. Bah humbug. Madagascar, would you happen to be 4 states or fewer? You uncivilized scumbag. States, please. Oh, it's called region. Keep expecting it to be called state. There are only 2. Huh. Railroads aren't useless, Jake. They increase production and factory output. That does sound good. In the sphere of the French. How unfortunate for me. Haiti, you are civilized. Ah, Hawaii. Oh, in sphere of US. And, you know, producing fish, so whoop-de-doo. I bet there's some good nonsense over here in Southeast Asia, right? You got Brunei, for example, completely unprotected, producing likes of timber, coffee. Come on, where's the good stuff? Give me those hot RGOs. You know, when it comes to Caesar 3, I can sniff lowering housing prices from a mile away. I bet with enough experience at Vicky 2, you can sniff good RGOs from half the globe away. Property value destruction in Caesar 3, what a way to go. Okay, I'm not sure which or of any... Ooh, I bet tobacco's good. Tobacco. Can't click on it to see its value, but I'm sure it is valuable. Beat up Portugal, Jake. Now, trust me, I would love to beat up Portugal. But I can't help but feel their navy is going to do me a solid here. They got a lot of ships. I don't know how I deal with that. I really don't know how I deal with that. Place in the sun? Manufacture justification for declaring war with place in the sun. No idea. Place in the sun is for colonies. Well, they just happen to have colonies that I do want. I would really rather like to have Mbanza, Luanda. I thought Luanda was a lot more populous than that. Okay, these people here breed like rabbits, don't they? Come on. I want my fruits. Oh, well, there's a bit more to Africa over here, isn't there? Plenty of Africa for everyone. Give me those RGOs. What do you have? Tobacco. Plenty of tobacco. And grain isn't all that bad to get, I assume, since we seem to be having to import quite a lot of it. If you want some nice African coast, you can get to East African lands from Oman. Oman is a primitive nation? Really? I am surprised at that. Well, what would I even take from them? Is this stuff really that great? See, the thing is, if I play EU4, I mean, I know what I'm looking for in a good province, but in this, far less. I don't really understand the scales of balance between high population and the trade good or anything else I need to look at in a province. Check out Oman in East Africa. They're probably, yeah, they look pretty easy, but what do I even stand to gain out of this? More land is good land, probably, but you can march your dudes from Angola to Angola from Sokoto. Yeah. Gives you an avenue to colonize. Right, so about colonizing. Do I even want to colonize this stuff? The life rating is very low. The goods... yeah. Here's the thing, I actually am not interested in this land, right? I want this land. So I'm not really convinced that I should go over and start conquering stuff over there. Above the map, go to the map, the density one. You mean population density? Plenty of people to be had over in Ethiopia. Wow, lots of them, hundreds of thousands of them. And even more over in Amhara. Sardinia, yeah, I figured it was more Oromos, but I guess not. An attempt to justify established protectorate against Tunis by France detected. Shame on you, France. How dare you go and beat up those less fortunate than yourselves. Think like a colonizer. All land is yours to exploit, no matter how dead it is. Soon to be dead. No, what I'd like to find is a way to beat up Portugal and take out pretty much everything away from them that is, at least on the western side of Africa. Trouble is brewing. Poland? Poland don't exist. What are you talking about? Crisis. Crisis over the liberation of Poland. Ah, well, sorry Poland, but I honestly don't think you're going to get the best deal out of this one. Just an inkling of mine. No, the Portuguese have no friends here. What concerns me is those ships that they have. I don't know anything about naval combat in this game, but my gut feeling is that I would get smoked by Portugal. But man, I'd really like to acquire a lovely state from them. I don't understand a place in the sun thingamajigger, though. You already have troops in Africa, Jake. Okay. Not sure what you're getting at with that. Oh, probably for taking over Portugal. I would imagine that if I wanted to beat Portugal hard, I'd have to go for Lisbon. But maybe I'd be able to get enough ticking war score from taking over or occupying these lands. I've been to all workplaces in the city, can't seem to get a break. I wonder what to do, can't go home, let the grass grow, family trust me. What should a poor sod do when there are no jobs available? Jobs are scarce, creditors are inversely plentiful. Should I really care about this? All poor people become in favor of low subsidies. That sounds good, but it also sounds expensive. But I've not been able to pass any of my bleeding reforms. I was advised that if I'd kept slavery allowed, people would get angry over that, and I could use that anger to pass other reforms. That's not happening. Trinket subsidies. Alright, well, let's see what can be done about that. If you can get enough troops to Africa before the war, you won't care about the Portuguese fleet. But I also want to beat up Bolivia. Can't ignore that small matter. Actually, I really want to beat up Bolivia for that iron province. Take the Oruro and the Lake Pupo. Yeah, Bolivia, you need to be brought down to size here. I shall take that state. So what's the odds of you being detected? Because it happens all too often. So go for it. Also, I wonder if I could make the USA like me a bit more. Distance, space reluctant. Well, let's increase relations while we're at it. There's a big cheese around here, and if I do get attacked by other GPs over that flashpoint that people were trying to make... Oh, I can create a colony! Over in Burawatsits. Really? Oh my god, I got caught immediately. Bring on the infamy. Help me out, colonization map mode. Really? Well, wait, this is Bornu. You can create a colony in Bornu, but don't I have a colony in Bornu? I've got a protectorate here. Colonial weirdness, Jake. States go from empty to protectorate to colony. Okay. That's a button. At least 1% of the population need to be bureaucrats of an accepted culture in order to convert this colonial possession into a full national state. But I thought it couldn't be a state because it's colonial anyway. Like you. Maybe if I were, say, the USA looking to further my border gore galore on core, I'd colonize the Ross River, and because it's not overseas, then I would be able to proceed down that even more. No, it can be a state, it just can't be a core, says Midley. Okay, then I definitely don't know what's going on. What that did was cost you colonial points. It's best not to improve them to the next tier unless you have all the territories you want already colonized. But I've got tons of colonial power. Tons of it. I don't even know how I've got so much. Sorry, Mexico, I don't think you're going to last that much longer, so I'm not interested in alliance with you. Did they go to minus 50 because I rejected their alliance? Poor bugger. It's alright, soon I'll annex Sokoto. So why are these people not turning into Brazilians? Full-based and houses and African miners, but I want them to be full-fledged Brazilians. Probably not a thing that happens, though. Is Jake a great power yet? No, I'm 10. If I'm 8 or above, I'll become great power and start looking at GP things. Ah, but nothing's going to make me more powerful than invading Bolivia. Iron mine size? Well, that's good, because I'm going to have an iron mine soon. Prestige gain. Education efficiency. That sounds good. Colonial migration also sounds good. I'll take it. Take it and run. Surely I'll have my Malthusian thought in no time. Only happens if there are Brazilians there in the first place. So how do I shove some Brazilians over here? Farmers, farmers' wives. Spoil system. Sure. Pops generally don't assimilate where they have cultural cores. If you conquer Berlin, the Germans there won't become Brazilians. There must be a way to, though, right? Must be a way to kill them all, for example. Surely. Hang on, do I care about the literacy rate in my colonial provinces? Because this is very high population. Surely if I encourage clergymen, that would... Okay, no, I'm just kidding. No, no, no. You don't care about colonies. No, no, no. Okay, jinx. I'm just trying to be a good captain. Literacy's only for real states. Brazil is a real state, after all. Rather embarrassing blunder. Several soldiers... Oh, yeah, they're just scoping out Bolivia. It's alright, I've already been caught. Give it a few years, let the infamy go down. I have not been looking at consciousness or militancy at all. But it's probably okay. Look, the consciousness is going down, which is probably bad, actually. I don't know what it is, but this outliner just feels so far away. Very far away. Maybe I can tilt this over a bit. Makes it hard to keep my eye on that. Cotton produced in... Okay, well, keep that prestige coming on in. I like prestige. Gotta claw my way up to great power one way or another. Oh, the United Kingdom accepted the crisis offer. White peace. UK, you... Pathetic. Okay, maybe I could help out by... get those luxury goods going. Come on, you're the one with actual backing. And build my bleeding railroad. But canned food factory doesn't seem like a good idea. I had one before, it had to close. Which is strange, right? Iron, fish... livestock, grain. Don't we have all those things except for iron? Maybe iron is something hugely in demand, but come on, there must be fish along our coastline somehow. Well, today I learned that Brazilians don't actually eat fish. Wait, I can surely check that. Find somewhere that does have fish. Like you. No! Wow, fish-free diet. In fact, all of South America seems to hate fish for some reason. Fascinating. You need canned food for some armies. Yep, was that 37,000 unemployed workers? Well, I don't know how I'm meant to employ them. We've got a lot of no industry here, and I can't build it myself. I've got to trust my, my capitalists to do it for me. The Netherlands want an alliance. They're allied with Russia and Luxembourg. And they love me for some reason. Reopen or upgrade them. What, my canned food factory? Wait, upgrade? They can be upgraded? We're allowed to expand this factory because money needed. That's a lot of money. It can go up to level 99. That's scary stuff. Huh. Well, let's give it a go. Right, so... two questions. The first is Netherlands alliance. Is it worth it or not? I've no idea. I've only had one ally so far. It was Argentina. They sucked really badly. Is Netherlands worth anybody's time? Not really, says Knackerbot. Great, not really. The second is unemployment. It's not something I really understand. Following states have unemployed. 100%, 100%, 100%, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Basically, everybody is unemployed. I assume I'm going to need jobs for these craftsmen, but the only way to do that is with factories. But I can't build factories. I can only gently encourage my upper classes to build them. You'd be better off taking the Netherlands slice of South America than taking an alliance. Really, because Dutch Guiana has very little that interests me here. I suppose it's got a level 2 naval base, but... yeah, also justifying war is getting a bit pricey these days. Don't get me wrong, it's hot garbage, but so is an alliance. I see what you mean now. You can either upgrade your factories to improve their work capacity or change your party to one that allows you to build factories. I could certainly go over to that and start building factories all over my my beautiful Brazil. I'm wondering to what extent that's a worthwhile endeavor. Oh, that's right, I wanted to crush Bolivia. We should move over to somewhere. Yeah, just go over to those mountains, why not? Uruguay, nope. Capitalists sometimes have projects to build factories that you can... yeah, I've been supporting quite a few of them. And they just need... they keep needing more support. This... How does this not drive Vicky players up the wall? Right, you just support them and they go, oh, actually, we need even more support. Yeah, like, we need 19 quid, boss. Painful stuff. But on the plus side, they're building me some railroads, which I can't see anywhere. I guess railroads take a while too up here. Control click it. I was control clicking it. Cradle my ladle says your voice triggers me. Okay, there's not a whole lot I can do about that. But if you're also Scottish, I really understand. There are a few things more cringeworthy than hearing Scottish people if you're a Scot. I mean online, in person it's not a problem. Finish the upgrade. Education efficiency is probably a good thing to have. Colonial migration definitely is. Coal production output seems enormous, 50% more. Surely the stuff I'm making out of here is suddenly going to be worth $1. I'll accept it. Oh right, I'm not actually doing any tech, but it builds up, so I suppose it's okay. Strategic mobility, dig in, fort cap, muzzle loaded. I have no idea. Allows clipper shipyard. What allows some clipper factories? Maybe I can already build those and it's just beyond me. Jake, army organization is good. There we go then. Oh, we could get hussars. People have been telling me to get hussars. The big bang for buck on level 1 techs is worthwhile, I'm telling you. Clipper shipyard is clipper factory. Okay, I probably want that at some point too. Pandemic, yeah, it doesn't sound like my problem. Look, we have population, we have growing population. It's probably okay. Now as for those Brazilians, those Bolivian scumbags, well, can we take them down? It's probably my outline or my justification of them. It's not? Really? Combat, naval, army, navy, factory construction, rally point. How do I know if they're on or off? Okay, I imagine grayed out is not done. Really? There's not one for justifying a war? Where can I see that then? I guess it just wants to show itself. Get those battleships going. Sink the Royal Navy. Take the Falklands for the 10 sheep it has. Well, oh, it does have wool. Amazing. And 1 population. Not that it's a very populous place today. Wool, silk, fabric. Expansionism for war exhaustion reduction. I don't understand war exhaustion. I've never even seen it. Do I have any? War exhaustion. Nope, not a sausage. 1 minute he's... Oh yeah, Christ, the sickness once again. Probably happening over here, right? I guarantee there was more than 1 pop in the Falklands in 1860. Yeah, but 1 pop is 4 people, right? It's a working man, the wife, and 2 kids, probably. Hey, there we go. Potosi. I guess I can't take their capital state, which is all of Santa Cruz, unless it's their last one, so the only thing I can take over is Potosi. Can't believe I ate 11 infamy for taking these 2 backwards, nobody cares about places. Well, hopefully they got nothing they can shove back in my face. I probably just need to march in, take their capital, and then that's the end of Bolivia. They have a truce, nobody cares about them, so I just declare my war. I shall take that state, and... Wow, I'll actually get 4 prestige for murderizing them. Lovely. Get out of here, Bolivia. I hate you. And you hate me, but that's okay. Why do I have no infantry? Oh yeah, I was looking at these thinking that meant infantry. Hey, there's my infantry. Help a brother out. A lot of tin and silver in Potosi. Really? Because all I'm seeing is grain. The engineer is technically infantry. Well, hopefully it helps the siege go faster. Not that I'm expecting them to put up any sort of resistance here. So is there any way to get numbers on how these are proceeding? Some kind of feedback to help understand how sieges work and what could make them go better? Because right now it's just growing and you can really feel that this is not a war-focused game. Oh, man. I often thought with EU, particularly EU4, is that it dabbles in so many things, but it never goes particularly deep on any one thing, making it a real jack-of-all-trades game, and I thought it was weaker for that. Maybe it is, but at least it goes deep enough to make things a bit more, I don't know, navigable than what I'm getting here when it comes to warfare. Now this game is about industry and society, and I can get behind that. I'm really liking the budget balancing, truth be told. Hey, wow, we got that in no time. Maybe there are other low-hanging fruits for me to take. Like classical theory, to get a lumber mill. Hey, we could do that. We have a lot of lumber. Oh, my population's going down. Maybe I should have done something about that sickness spreading throughout Brazil. But honestly, I don't know what we could do about the Bolivians. Another Paradox title sinks the teeth in. Well, Stellaris failed miserably, and Hearts of Iron, I can just sum it up in 2 words: peace conferences. Acquire Potosi. Yeah, well, that's what I'm here for. Don't mind if I do. And suddenly they actually feel a bit better about us. Wonderful. Alright, you did good. I suspect they're going to rise up at some point, so I'm wondering if it's worth my time just keeping my army there. Keep them over in Oruro for now. Now, the reason I took this over is because I want that iron. We produce barely any iron, sadly. How do I produce more iron here? Oh, this is nice. Administrative efficiency increase, but still no core for me. I'll get my core eventually. Imperator doesn't even get a mention. Correct. You didn't want to expand the war goal and go for the full annex? What would I really get out of these provinces? Population isn't very high. The goods aren't very exciting. Tropical wood might be nice, but how much tropical wood do I already have? Oh, all of it. So, not really convinced. Isn't Potosi the 3x gold province in EU4? No idea. San Ignacio is the last province left in Bolivia that will have rubber later. Okay, well, surely I'll have access to all the rubber I could want when I'm taking over this place. Africa, that's the word. Right, Sotoko's the next one that's going to go down. I can't justify on them until the truce is over in 64. So it's as good a time as any to just chill out, have that infamy burn away at a ridiculously low rate. There must be a way to bring that down faster. I hear there's a mod that lets you reset it to 24.99 if you beat down all the great powers. I don't think I'd be doing that anytime soon. I feel like I could really invest in my country a bit better, so I'm strongly considering moving over to something that lets me build factories and then build lots of factories. This reactionary fellow seems good at it, right? Oh, no, we do not do Partido Radicals. Well, let's go and build some factories here, right? Now, the problem with that is that suddenly my budget gets shot in the face. But... and so if I unpause, the budget corrects itself nicely. Yes and no. More no than yes. Wow, there's a minimum taxation if you are this party. Cool. Middle class, I need more money. Poor, I need a lot more money. Rich, I need slightly more money. Actually, if you're not building anything for me, just give me all your bleeding tax money. Wish my tariffs were a bit higher, but I wish for many things. Okay, let's tackle factory building. What do you look for when considering what factory to build where? We're taking attrition? Check that. How about that? Oh well, maybe get together, split in half, and send half of you down to Potosi. RGO in state. RGO input made in state. Okay. I'm looking at this place. It makes coffee. What do I get from that? Not a lot, honestly. Hang on, it says coffee, but it also says tobacco. Why are there two goods in one area here? Don't know. Do not know at all. The tobacco is in Juserio. Oh, really? Really? Okay, sure. Explains why Juserio looks like it has nothing. I mean, I wonder if it puts that in the center point of all the province, which absolutely does not work here in these wacky Brazilian provinces. I feel like TBW personally worked on this map. Coffee and cotton are money trees, Jake. Not great for industry, great for early direct dosh. So that sounds like don't put industry on those. So let me change the question. What is a good thing to do with my factories right now, and why? Because again, I don't have a clue. Like if I looked over in here, right, Sao Paulo, right, and I go, let's build a factory. Then I go, I really go, glass and concrete are always needed. Grain provinces and distillery. Getting a lot of different information here. Okay, I understand that glass could be good, and same with cement. Why am I not seeing cement here? Because it's right there and I was too blind. Okay, let's say I've noticed that, hey, everything needs cement. I should build a cement factory. The next question would be, where do I build my cement factory? What's a good place for such a thing? Maybe I'll think about where people are unemployed, but everybody's unemployed. So that doesn't seem like something to work with. You build a factory in each state for unemployment and try to synergize resources in the state for those needed in the factory. If that's not possible, liquor and wine. Where the coal is. In a coal province, Jake. Well, this is a coal province. This is a coal province. Or coal state. It's probably state that matters. So then my brain goes, why would I want it in the coal state? It's probably because the production of cement, surely it's not it's an industrial good. Cement requires coal. My artisans make it already. Now, my follow-up thought to that is, why does that matter? Why, when I own the coal, why would I care about it being here instead of here? Logically, I would infer there'd be some kind of synergy bonus for having it on hand in the state. So, let's put it over here. Build, build, build. Now, I'm also thinking maybe this isn't the best place to be building anything because the administrative efficiency here is god-awful. Not to mention it would probably get stolen from me at some point. But I'll do my part to protect it. Great, then I'll have jobs for everybody that lives in Old Colombia, and they can all make cement for the glory of Brazil. Now I'm starting to get a bit miffed that Brazil is so big, right? If I was, say, Bohemia, for example. Let's imagine Bohemia's on the map, we all know where it is. Look at that, there's like 2 states. I bet you could have a really concise load of factories within 2 states. Here I've got a lot of states to worry about, although perhaps not as many as the map had me believe. Regardless, let's build a factory for everyone. I wonder if you can see the goods available when you... No, you can't. Okay. You have to stare at the state and figure it out. So here we have tobacco. and tropical wood. Oh man, is there a good way to look at this stuff? Tobacco and tropical wood. So then I think, what can I make with tobacco and tropical wood? Those are probably not things that work very well for factories. You have wood. Furniture uses wood. Furniture, eh? Furniture. Brazil has not invented furniture. Luxury furniture. Brazil's just sit on stone. There's lumber, but you don't have the tech for it. Okay. Well, I mean, these people need to work on something, right? Hang on. This shows available workers. Wait, I need 10,000 workers and I only have 502. Oh god, what about the last place I built my thing? They got 5,000 workers. Okay, so maybe I shouldn't work. Maybe I shouldn't set up industry here. There's nobody to work the thing. People will migrate, Jake. Yeah, but I can't have them migrate anywhere, everywhere. That's the maximum amount of workers, Jake. Not needed. Really? Well, it doesn't answer the question. Let's take this place. I can't build furniture. Or furniture factory. I don't see any use for tobacco. So surely they could make do with a liquor factory. Or maybe a glass factory. Wish it showed me... Oh, no, here it shows me the input. It takes coal there. Any of these things take what's available in the state. Steel factory. I should build that in the place that I just conquered. Fertilizer, eh? Then there's a good old canned food. Well, whatever. Here's your liquor factory. Let's just do that and move on. Right, here's another state. What do you have? So much tropical wood. Maybe I should actually just get that thing that allows me to do those. It would be under industry, right? Interchangeable parts? That sounds like a furniture-related thing. Food packaging, industrialized small... Furniture is free trade under commerce. Yes. He's thinking really hard. Oh my god, really? Early classical theory will enable us to... And we're working on early classical theory. Huh. Well, how about that? Well, once we're done that, we'll set up the furniture place there. I want to do it now. Come to think of it, maybe I'll just cancel the one I built here. Wait, can I cancel it? Where even was that? The Amazonas. So in the Amazonas, if I cancel this, am I going to get everything back? I feel like I won't get everything back. Nothing here is making it seem like I will. Okay, right. What do we have here? We've got grain. It's a good start. Grain and fruits, more tobacco, and some cotton. Alright. Based on this, we'll surely want some canned food for all that grain, but maybe there's something else I can do. Winery likes the fruit, and I like the winery. Fabric, Jake. Oh yeah, the cotton. Dyes as well, though. Why do I feel like dyes is going to be a significant problem? Probably will. Let's build it anyway. Man, good thing I made all this money when I was playing. More cotton, more fruit. Quite a bit of fruit, actually. Fruit and cotton. Could I build 2 factories here? Could I build a fabric factory and another factory? What was the other one I was thinking of? Probably the winery for that fruit. Clothes for the cotton? No, clothes require fabric. And hey, maybe I could do that. Bread in a can. Okay, well, one will do there for now. What do we have here? Fruit, coffee, more cotton, immoral businesses. I'm not sure if there's a prostitution factory available here. Probably not. We're getting into Frostpunk territory with that. No idea here, so why don't I just give them a liquor factory? Everybody likes liquor, right? Similar to RGOs, if your factory is in a state with another factory producing its input, it gets a bonus. Does that stuff synergize into crazy money territories? Because it feels like it would. Man, I feel like if I build too many fabric things, the dyes situation is going to get grim. But I'm almost a great power. Surely my pecking order on the dyes is going to get somewhere good. Can you build factories for tobacco? I wonder about that. Anyway, let's just build more fabrics. Surely they're worth good money. How about you here? We got more coffee. We got livestock. Livestock and coffee, huh? Sounds like liquor to me. This should employ my people. Now, there's bound to be an advantage to that, and I'm also bound to not know what it is. Rio de Janeiro already has a couple of factories, even. We'll soon have a couple. We're busy with that fancy clothes one. How about you, Sao Paulo? Livestock. So much coffee here. I actually had no idea that so much coffee was produced in Brazil. Why are they not named after Brazilian things? Okay, this isn't telling me what to build, though. And we don't have access to fish, so I'm not sure canned goods would be so good for us. Which means, I guess, have some liquor. Maybe I should have built cement. Well, I already have a cement factory. Remember you're Colombian? Yeah, we already built a cement factory because we have access to coal, I think. Why didn't I build glass? Glass needs coal. Maybe I could also build glass. Yeah, why not? Let's try both. You know, we're experimenting here. To hell with the national budget. Gotta spend it on something. We've got fruit. Quite a bit of fruit around here. That to me sounds like it's time for some wine. Enjoy. Should be easy with all this glass I now domestically produce. I'll give this thing both a winery and a liquory. Grains, coffees, fruits. God, there's a lot of Brazil. Why is there so much Brazil? More liquor. Get to it. These things are never going to make their money's worth. You've got lumber here. I'll just build a lumbery thing around here later on. We done with our country? Kind of. I really wanted to build something that uses this iron. I wanted a steel mill here, probably. Steel. Yeah, everyone's going to love steel, and I have steel, so there you go. And what about this dump? Rotten boroughs. The system of rotten boroughs is a system to create small voting districts that a certain victory could be won through plain bribery. Maybe there's hope for these guys after all. Okay, if somewhere doesn't have a factory, it'll get a furniture factory once we figure out early classical theory and the critique on how to build Ottomans. I'm surprised Peru is still around. I expected Jake to have killed them by now. To what end, though? I mean, their RGOs don't seem amazing. Okay, whoop-de-doo, precious metals. Well, I have precious metal, and it's not making me that much money. What? .9, but 50. He's thinking. He's trying to think. We sold precious metals for 50 quid yesterday. But we actually sold precious metals for not even a quid. I don't understand. The budget is per day. Great, but it also says here it's per day. So why did I make 50 quid on precious metals yesterday, but I actually only made 90 pence on precious metals yesterday? The miners get wages. So what, they're taking their wages out of my precious gold? Where do I change the wages to 0? What a shame. What a damn shame. Inefficient bureaucracy. Oh, well, actually, state administrative efficiency is down the toilet here, and I don't really know how to improve that. I think I'd like to, though. Seems like something that'll go up slowly through time. Get over there, help them out a touch. National focus, I see. So what you really mean is connect it to the rest of my land by conquering more of Colombia. Man, didn't Colombia almost beat me? I feel like that's something that happened. Or maybe I'm just thinking of Sokoto again. Speaking of Sokoto, that truce is only going to last less than 4 years. Broken 3 million population, which feels pretty good as Brazil. We started out with about 1 million. And the less said about our old literacy rates, the better. Okay. No, that's not what I was looking for. Hooray. There we go. Lumber mill activated. More technology needed. Introspection. Reinforcements. Yeah. Well, I got the first on everything apart from that. Psychology. All sounds pretty awful to me. Lamander's saying basically you want to get 1% bureaucrats and 2% clergy before trying to raise other stuff. Well, whereas I've been told it's 4% clergy ahead of anything else, so I'm a little lost on that. Market structure. This tooltip thing is just... Don't cancel the tooltip if I move my mouse on the same thing. Ad hoc money bill printing for more administrative efficiency. Oh, but taxing. Tax efficiency, tax efficiency. Need better naval bases for colonial points. Naval base max level +1. Big ships. Sure, why not? In 10 years, the scramble for Africa begins, and I've never seen how fast that unfolds in game. But I'm sure it'll be okay. We're getting all the practice in on butchering the natives. Always go for research point increases first. Well, I didn't know of anything else that would increase it. I had one before. Hang on, if it's 1860, maybe that unlocks a new bunch of them. Empiricalism. What is that? Oh, here we go. Research points increased. Oh, lucky me. We'll go for it then. Ah, jeez, it's going to take some time to remember which texts are the good ones to go for. Wiki states that RGO output, like precious metals, work like this. Your income is the RGO income times 2 times the owner pops in state divided by worker pops in... Christ, that's rough. What rank am I? I'm rank number 9. We are climbing our way up there. Oh, also, I didn't build those factories, did I? I wonder. Maybe if I deselect all filters and then check only for lumber provinces. Really? I thought I had actual lumber provinces. Oh no, this is just factories. Dang. Show empty states maybe? Dang, I wish I had a bit more information on what was actually in those states. Please, Gov, we want to build a railroad. Look, I'm working on making a steel, sunshine. Do I have these railroads yet? Man, they take a while. Gotta check through the RGO map, unfortunately. Surely there's a mod for that. Right, well I've managed to forget everywhere that I was talking about, so I'm just gonna have to go through each of them. What a drag. Right, timber. Let's come to an understanding on furniture. Probably a consumer good. You look like furniture. No, that's luxury furniture, which is made from furniture and tropical wood. What about regular furniture? Made from lumber and timber. It sounds like I should really have both. Oh man, those are worth big money. And this is worth crap money. So I should probably have luxury furniture everywhere that I can. Because dang, that sounds like big ass money. BR IKEA. Yeah, luxury wood doesn't really work well until you get the tech for lacquering. Don't care. Too absorbed in the idea of hang on. It needs timber and lumber, doesn't it? Does that mean I need a lumber factory? Ah, jeez. Alright, so my first thing is lumber mill to produce lumber. I think. Let's think about this one more time. Industrial good of lumber. Lumber needs timber. To make furniture, I need the timber and lumber. So it's going to be a case of 3 factories in each place that has tropical wood and lumber, or timber rather, and the extra one if there is also tropical wood. Okay, I'll go with that. So first off, let's get timbering, lumbering, whatever. Where else? Oh man, there must be like a factory map mode that shows where I've built them. Yep. Factory map mode. Right, this is becoming complicated. And not complex. Right, let's just look for the places where I have the RGO of U. Oh, it's fewer than I thought. Considerably fewer than I thought. Ah, well, here you go. Canned foods? Well, sure, but also here's your lumber mill. And you also get your lumber mill. Hopefully this massive investment of spending all my money is going to work out for me. Huh. I thought there was a lot more lumber available here, but I guess I was wrong. More drinking, more epidemics. Make bank building wine factories. So wine needs fruit and glass. I'm making glass. My artisans make glass. Plenty of fruits to be had around here. That seems like easy money. A lot of clunk, 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 but I'm not sure what that was. Was it my railways? Get out of here, everything. Hey, nice. Actual railways. If only I had any idea why that helps. Supply limit, factory throughput, RGO out. Ooh. Your RGO output goes up. Interesting. Not all RGOs are equal, you know. Not all of them are equal at all. Wow, I make almost no money on the coal. Seems weird. Cannot build railroad. Why? Level 0 out of 0. Mountains. Okay. Well, you have a railroad then. Doesn't cost that much money to build. I certainly want a railroad right here, though, where all that iron of mine is. I don't really want to bring it down here. Railroads that go nowhere, somehow contributing. Should put a glass factory to go with each wine and liquor factory for the synergy bonus. Can also deprioritize them so I don't steal all the coal. Yeah, maybe, but I've queued up 1 billion factories, so I want to see them actually built up and running first and get a feel for it. I'm not necessarily here to win with Brazil, I'm here to learn with Brazil. And I gotta say, between learning Vicky 2 and Dominions 5 back to back, oh, my head is like Swiss cheese. On top of that, you know, I don't only play games, and when I'm not streaming and playing games, I'm learning Japanese and I'm learning the xylophone. I am learning more now than I ever learnt throughout my academical career. Academical career. Sorry, my years in university where I, well, let's not go into what I did in university, because it sure wasn't studying. So Scotland, you don't pay tuition fees in Scotland. God bless devolution. Okay. It's all more important than what you learned in university to correct, Nix. I learned a lot of important things in university, but none of them had anything to do with the maths or physics that I was enrolled for. I went into uni thinking, man, I'd love to be a scientist, and I came out thinking, well, science is the last thing I am ever going to want to have anything to do with. Right. I think I can just chill out a bit. Wait, why am I flatlining on money? Where's my dosh going? Maybe I need to tax people a little harder to incentivize them. Granted, I do spend maximum on all social stuff, don't I? Oh, there's a thought. When can I finally do the reform? I guess reactionaries don't really like reforms, do they? Wait, maybe that's all they like. I don't know. I really don't know. Just give me some reforms to do. You're buying up materials to build your factories. Ah, yes, of course, like we would in Patrician. The thing about Patrician, though, is that you very swiftly turn the money you spend into money you gain. Everything is damn near instant. Every day that passes, input turns into output. Oh, man, I just... Why did Port Royale 4 have to be bad? I really wanted to sit down and just completely spurg out over that game and build the Mediterranean, the other one, the Caribbean version of a perfect Hansa. But we didn't get there, did we? Alright, what's going on in the world? Not a lot of... Oh, wait, no, what's France doing? Pursuing their personal union over Spain, obviously. The Russian colonial conquest of British. What? Just Vicky 2 things, I guess. Acquire British Columbia. Gotcha. And yet, France, the Netherlands, Krakow, and the Ottoman Empire will fight on their behalf. It's a proxy war, isn't it? And it's not going well for the Russians. The American-Korea War, that's early. They want to cut Korea down to size, and the Ottomans wish to liberate something off of Egypt. Why is the USA fighting Korea, and how's that going for them? Korea's uncivilized, could probably just blockade them into... Oh, no, they're actually occupying. Dang. USA's big and strong and scary. Did you test out Nebuchadnezzar? There we go. I played Nebuchadnezzar. Nah. I played Nebuchadnezzar for about 12 minutes. During those 12 minutes, it managed to crash on me, and that just killed it for me dead. Right? You start up game, you start it, you do very basic things, and it just crashes, and you go, okay, this isn't worth my time then. Which is funny, given how much EU has crashed on me during the times that I've played it, but I'm sure you get what I mean there. But then I also watched True Leveler, aka Aristocrat, aka Jeremy Corbyn, streaming the game. And I just got such an impression that it was a dead game. And I don't mean that the game is dead on arrival. I mean, looking at it, it just feels like your city is devoid of life. All the people moving around feel so stiff. The color palette is completely washed down. All of the portraits that you see in the game, it's like photo booth day in the gulag. Everyone just doesn't look happy to be there. And the whole point to me of building a city builder is building something you want to look at. And I didn't want to look at it. On top of that, the map is so blocky. I mean, Caesar 3 had more organic looking coastlines and mountains than Nebuchadnezzar does. So, ooh. Not even reading what this says, what I'm seeing is even more prestige. Oh man, I need that because I'm coming down in the world. Come on, big me up. Perhaps when I get all this industry built up, it'll catapult me up in rank, and then I will really show the world what Brazil is made of. Also, how's our military looking? So, question about military. If you have your people actually built up, what is this? I thought I could already have my furniture factories. Major discovery, dragoons, yeah, good for them. When it comes to military rank, does it really look for what you have mobilized or what you have available? When you're mobilized, your military go up and looks slightly red. Slightly red. Oh, yeah, I didn't mean this kind of mobilized. I meant actually recruiting these units. Recruiting these units. Dang, I've got a lot more units available to me than I thought I did. Alright, clergymen. No need to keep encouraging them over here. So I'll remove that focus. Yeah, I am bothered by the lack of state efficiency here. But I have no idea what the effect of state administrative efficiency on the province is. Not a Scooby. Regardless, I bet if I brought in some bureaucrats, they would fix that for me. So get to work. You're so close to 4% there, I might as well switch you out. So 1% bureaucrats, I believe people said, was worth my time. This is where I make my steel. I would really like to actually have some steel here, so let's also encourage some bureaucrats. You need BR bureaucrats, not just any bureaucrat. And how do I ensure that they are BR bureaucrats? Oh my god, we actually have Afro-Brazilians moving up here. Is that typical of the region? No, no it is not. Wonderful. All those Brazilians with sick froze. Well, it's all looking good for us here. Maybe it would look better if I had more ships. I got a man of war, a clipper, and a few more clippers. That's a whole lot of not much, sadly, but it'll have to do. Rio de Janeiro, let's build up some more of a navy. I don't know, another clipper to keep people happy, and another man of war just in case it comes. No, actually, a man of war seems like a waste of time. Jake, build railroads for the love of God. Really? I mean, shouldn't you just build railroads everywhere? Seems really spammy. Is there really no macro way to railroad? Don't bother with clippers. Rush to steam transports. Oh, okay. Bye-bye, clipper. What's this song playing? Battle Hymn of the Republic. I swear this is a song that's... I know a song that gets on everybody's nerves. If you shift-click when building rails, you'll build them in every valid province in the state. Bye-bye money. Oh, every valid province. Not all my provinces are valid. In fact, many are not. I have to look at all the ones that are flat enough for them. Yeah, well, whatever. Let's just have... Let's have all the bleeding railways. If this is something you're meant to do, why is it so incredibly tedious? More railways to nowhere. Oh well, you know, it's not like a railroad has to go from one part to the other. Local railroads are still quite useful in their own way. He lied, Jake, it's control click. You son of a... really though? Oh, yes, so it is. Click plus control. Builds all. There we go. And now we know. Infrastructure map mode is your friend. Thank you. Oh, so much better. Right, that alleviates a lot of the problem. Great, thank you. Okay, a genuine thank you. Not one of my usual ones. Also works for forts. Why would you want so many forts? I want a fort on my capital, obviously, because that got taken in a few seconds and I completely collapsed. Fortunately, people I collapsed to wanted me in charge, but otherwise, why? Slow down occupation seems obvious, but still not really seeing the benefit that heavily. Okay, those factories better be making me so much money it's going to make my everything spin. Well, the glass factory is already running at a loss. Ah, there we go. Peek up into the green. Wow, those fabrics are worth decent money. That steel factory is not. Why is it dying? I produce coal, I produce iron. So why are you hurting? Market spendings, factory budget. Hold on, does that mean as it loses money, the budget goes down? And that probably means that I have to invest into it? Cancel subsidies. I subsidize my factories? A lot of steel on the marker. Needs worker pops. Iron is too expensive. But I produce iron. Now granted, I probably don't produce enough iron, but it's right here. Look at that, barely any iron that we have. Wow. Probably not great. Maybe it's the throughput that's kind of crap. You produce so little iron. Okay. Wasn't aware of the scales there. That doesn't mean that the iron is free for the steel factory. Okay, why not? Yeah, come on, let's get those bleeding reforms. I should have never outlawed slavery. It stopped me from doing reforms. Immigration, national focus on the Iron Province. Well, I want those bureaucrats in charge, obviously. Slavery is pretty worthless bet to get... Yeah, but if people were getting angry over slavery, then maybe their anger could push me to do other reforms. Wait, the Ottoman Empire wants military access? No. So, probably because of that big war, that big proxy war between Russia and the UK. For British Columbia. Wait, hang on, was it the Russians that wanted British Columbia? Russian colonial conquest of British Columbia. Why? Wait, that's not British Columbia. That is definitely not British Columbia. You're British Columbia. Wrong Columbia. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. Maybe they'll lose Alaska for it. Do you get less infamy for winning a defensive war and pressing your own claims there? That would probably be kind of cool. Okay, those factories are coming in, but my money is not. What's going on there? No, you're meant to make me money, you fabric factory. Oh god, these factories are doing awful. Especially the lumber mill. What is going on with you? Stockpile, demands, base, throughput. That factory is hemorrhaging money. Hugely. Dang. Better tech, Jake. Well, I can't do that right now. I'm working on something else. But I'm having difficulty understanding why it's burning me so badly. Christmas tinners are selling well. I might have to mod the game to rename canned goods into Christmas tinner. Oh no, the luxury clothes factory. Of course, they can't get their hands on silk. Authoritarianism? Okay. Your lumber mill's making money now. Oh, okay. Barely, though. Really barely. Cement factory's doing amazing. I actually want to be a little bit friendly with the UK, so there you go. We're back up at number 9. Must be our amazing industrial output. It outputs debt. Build the furniture factory by the lumber mill. Yeah, why did I not immediately do that? I was putting it here. You should put out plenty of timber, right? You got the lumber mill. Here's your furniture factory. But the thing is, furniture is just not worth a lot of money. But fancy furniture is. So let's also build fancy furniture factory. I've been told it's not very good. Also, I can't build it. Must be a later on tech underneath these things. Collectivist theory, will that let me build a nice chair? Ooh, I don't know. I'm not even sure where it showed up. Oh, it's under allows. Ooh. Upgrade factory in La Paz. 24,000 people are unemployed and every level factory houses 10,000. A little plus does it. Yeah, I played with that before, but where are we seeing these numbers? La Paz. What is this order? It's alphabetical, probably. La Paz. Got the lumber mill. Got the tinners. Right, I'm assuming this is unemployment. Wow, it's the only place with significant unemployment, isn't it? The lumber mill doesn't do me a lot of... Oh, this is in red. Is it not getting enough? Then it's probably a bad idea to upgrade you. Don't upgrade that, says Pui. I'm not sure if this is a good thing to upgrade, but it is making money. Well, we'll give it a go. Make furniture, don't upgrade lumber mill. Actually, that's a decent idea. Furniture factory. Well, best of luck. Goodbye, money. You want to put those 24,000 people to work ASAP. Build anything there. Well, if a factory only gives 10,000, then surely I want other people working there. Where's La Paz again? I don't know my Brazilian geography enough. Really, where is La Paz? Here? Oh, hey, I conquered this off of Bolivia purely because I wanted his population here. Where was the populous place? La Paz itself, I believe. In any case, can't go wrong with cement. There you go. It's weird hearing EU4 music with Victoria. Yeah, but it's better than 4 hours of Victoria music back to back. That stuff is painful. It's good for that short burst of triumphant brass as you're marching in and slaughtering Africans by the tens of thousands. But after a while, No, no, no. Factories are in states, not provinces. So you don't need to worry about which province. Oh, I'm aware of that. The reason I was clicking around for La Paz was to check where all the population was around here, although I could have just clicked on that. Not bad. Although it's quite good to see that Rio de Janeiro has got the real population of South America. Is that still the case today? I thought Colombia was pretty packed full of people today, but again, you know, who knows these things? Manhunt called on one of our states. Police report convicted murderers escaped. Unsettling. Okay. Search high or search low? Well, I don't care about the poor people, so... search low. Can you establish protectorate on Sokoto? The truce is lasting disgustingly long, but 2 more years and I'll be gunning down. And I won't protectorate them, I will annex them, which is probably the same thing. Right, how do I get my fancy chairs? Annex is the same as protectorate. Well, there you go. How do I get my fancy chairs? I'm guessing there's not a search for it. Maybe there is, actually. Maybe I need to go production... production, you... no. And the price is going down, unfortunately, but still, no. Industry tech, I think. You know, that's where I would have thought that getting regular chairs came from. But I was wrong. Ooh. Iron production output 25%. Iron mine size 20%. Where is my fancy chair? Because if I don't see it here, which I don't, we're going for some cheap iron. Industry lumber mill, if I recall correctly. Luxury chairs in late classical. Late classical. Yes. Under commerce. Really? Not seeing it there. The enormous white crown leaves the flowery shrines. Da 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 da. Scientific discovery is the envy of the world. What did we look at? The flower, the size of the fist of a full-grown man, has become the talk of Europe. Holy moly, 31 prestige? What the... And what's with that unlocalized string there? Well, bow to your new great power, Brazil! All because we found a freaking flower. Well, good on us. Very good on us. Completely distracted me from what I was trying to do. Probably had something to do with looking up late classical here. Where does it say I'll get access to my fancy chairs? Not seeing it. Not seeing it all. Okay, right. I imagine we just kicked out the Ottoman Empire. We're not on a list yet. Oh, oh, Belgium, prepare to suck it. Come on, acknowledge me. Acknowledge me. Why am I still secondary power? Takes a year to acknowledge. Okay. Ignore the steaming deficit of Brazil. We are, well, we're on our way to great power. And we're going to celebrate that by crushing down the rest of Sokoto. Expand sphere and influence mechanic. Yeah, I plan on influencing as much of South America as I can. Don't know what I'll be able to do with that, but we shall be exploring it. Takes a year to prevent 2 countries from slipping in and out every month. Yeah, put in a similar thing for EU, didn't we? I don't know though. That time feels so long ago now. I hope I get a big fancy pop-up telling me about how I'm now the great power and that the Belgians can go and kiss the ring. Oh, but it's not just the Belgians. We're going to be better than Yeah, better than Scandinavia. Wasn't sure in the ordering there. Okay, the more factories we build, the more into debt I'm going. That's a little terrifying. Or maybe it's the railways being done. It is not. I think it's the factories. This hurts. Can I not make some more money magically somehow? Maybe if we had a new political party in power, like the Liberals once again. Now that I've built my factories, surely we can go back to liberalism, which will allow me to suddenly start tariffing a lot harder. Ah, I feel better already. Not sure if it's turned on by... Well, let's make sure of it. Wrong one. Time for instant factory bankruptcy. We'll see about that. What am I looking for now? Great. When we become a great power... Yeah, there we go. Excellent. Jake, check if socialists are available for your ruling party. That doesn't sound good. Anyway, I've already picked one. I don't think I can yo-yo through them. Hey, these guys sound like socialists. Hey, I can build factories with them. That's pretty cool. And I bet socialists would want to all sign all kinds of social reforms, wouldn't they? Yeah. Oh well, they sound anti-military, so we'll go with them once we're finished crushing Sokoto. Yeah, no one understands tariffs. Well, I understand they're making me money. And my factories are... not. At all. Pretty painful. Wish I'd never subsidized that fancy clothes factory now. But hey, my steel factory's making money. Barely, but it is. Socialists prevent capitalists from building things, so you'd be doing everything yourself. That sounds good for a small country and terrible for a huge country. Like that Chapel comic. Come on, game. Oh, I guess turn of the year will be the moment. You can only be a great power and a secondary power if you're civilized, right? What if you annihilate every other country as a primitive? Oh... no, still secondary. Okay. Well, I'm sure it'll acknowledge us eventually. Vicky 2 communism is a pain, yeah, of just spamming random factories to keep people employed or spending all of your time industrializing. Yeah, I know my tariffs are probably making it a bit difficult for them, but I mean, what if... Okay, here's an idea. What if I don't charge tariffs for a while? How are my factories gonna do? Obviously that plummets, but surely the factory is gonna kick in any moment and start making me so much money, it makes my toes curl. Actually, they are making money. Even you're making money because you can afford that silk now. But I'm not making money. No, we're still not a great power. I'm a little saddened by that. I imagine building tall, it's pretty great to build all the factories yourself, because then you can have exactly what you want. And Brazil is probably small enough to go tall. It's probably nations like Russia and UK which are very not tall. Deficit's fine, just don't go bankrupt. Yeah, but I mean, it's disappearing like nobody's business. Losing $1.5 grand a week here. It's scary stuff. New World also gets immigration for going to... Yeah, that is pretty cool. Hey, the budget's kind of repairing. Maybe if I just set the tariffs to, you know, just a little bit. Just a wee bit. So that I'm not going horrifically bankrupt here. Like that immigration, though. I wish I could get more information about it. Maybe like a ledger of some sort. That'd be cool. Wait, there's no index on the ledger? Well, it's only 11 pages long. Political, reform, social, population, provinces, population? Province production? Who makes all the money? Oh wait, no, that's my precious metals that I don't get what I want out of. But oh well. Maybe I've built the railroad there, and maybe that now makes me more money out of gold. Tons more money. Look in the population window. Try looking for weird pops. Weird pops. I'm sure there's a better way to find it. There must be. Hey, there we go. Internal migration, natural growth. Where's immigration then? Sort by size. Look for the smallest. You mean these Sunni Kanudis? Yeah, but they're probably not immigrants. They're probably people that I've conquered over in... Oh, office. Oh god, I'm still promoting soldiers over there. Is that going to be a problem? Also, what about these guys? Plenty of people around here that could easily be soldiers for me. We have loads of clergy over here now in La Paz, so I could get rid of them. And I think I'll change that out for some bureaucrats. How many bureaucrats do we have here? 3%, and I was told I only need 1%, so maybe I'm doing overkill there. I don't know. Again, I just don't know the best numbers for these whatsoever. Jake, you're only looking at Sokoto. Okay, fair enough. I'm not that fashed about it. I just wanted to know that... Hang on, there's a map mode for it, of course. Migration. Colombia's getting them. I am not. Maybe it's because Colombia has reforms and I don't. Which is a shame. There's all this war going on. All these people that want to flee the Ottomans. Could be coming to good old Brazil, but are not. Oh, damn. USA's getting millions of them. Are they number 1 yet? No, still number 3. What is going on here? Why am I still not great powered up? 1% of your culture's bureaucrats in conquered provinces. You need to look at actual administrative efficiency. Yes. Well, I assume once that hits 100% we're all good, but I still don't know what it does. Come on, game. I just want to be a great power. Is that too much to ask? The USA is hard-coded to get 50% more immigrants. So even with those kind of crutches, Brazil still manages to catch up. And with that, the coal production's coming into its own. Alright, great. Can I have some cheap steel, please? I want even more coming out. Although, max level railroads... Somebody told me to rush steamers, though. But is that really worth anyone's time? I'm not sailing around a lot. Naval base tech. Sure, why not? Takes 1 year being the 8th highest or above to become great power. You become 8th on May 6th, 1863. You become... oh, that's if. Okay, sure. I can't remember when I became... rank 7, but it sure feels good having so much prestige. Am I really only the 6th highest on prestige, though? 120? Oh, wow, yeah, Christ. Rougher than I thought. Steam engines under industry would help your RGO output, i.e. all your coffee. Really? Just the tech itself? What was it under again? Industry. Or was it Navy? Steam engines. Is that under steamers? Or something else? I don't know. There we go. We've risen in status. We're now considered a great power. Time to get sphering. Paraguay, be my little spherette. Add to sphere. In order to influence this country, their opinion must be at least friendly. Their opinion is neutral. You have 0 of 100 influence required. Okay, so influence is a resource used to sphere. Also, all of South America hates me. I mean, why wouldn't they? We're South Americans. You can sphere Chile. They produce iron. Your factories need it. When you say I can sphere them, perhaps what I should do is sphere them by force. Wow, it's cheap to sphere by force. Okay, great. Now what we're going to do is eat all of South America as our sphere. It's probably better to directly own the land, but hang on, would it be cheaper to sphere smaller countries? 4 for you. Argentina? It's a flat 4, so I should get the big ones. Peru, Chile, and Argentina first. Well, big. Big as in big value. Gotta get those RGOs. Amazing. Okay, we're going to explore this more in the next episode. I want to read up a bit more about what it means to be a great power. And I also really want to go and lie down, because man, I'm feeling that DDR session. Things are going well for Brazil. Oh yes, Sokoto also need to be eaten up here. I know that there were certain people, specifically TBW, who thought I was going to crash and burn, but here I am, 1863, great power, African holdings, the big boy of South America, never mind that we start like that, dominating wars, building up industry. I think I'm getting to grips with this game quite well, but there's more to grip, and that's what we shall do next time as a great power. So cheers for joining for this session, and until tomorrow, where we have a lot of Dom 5 and a lot of Vicky 2, so cheers and cheerio.